Let's start focusing on the t sound. As we speak on our pronunciation, if you need to touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth, try to do it where the bumpy part is, right behind your teeth. It's called the alveolar ridge, right in the back. Try not to push against your teeth, right? Make sure your tongue, if you need to make the T touch, right in the back of the alveolar ridge, which is that little bumpy spot. Just not back of your teeth to make that t, 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 t sound. T, t, ta, 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 ta. Let's work on some of the initial words. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Turtle, turtle, turtle. T, T, tail, tail, time, time, tree, tree, 10, 10. The medial words, guitar, guitar, attempt, attempt, hotel, hotel, potato, potato, attain, attain. And then the final words is cat, cat, hat, hat, cut, cut, get, get, night, night, right, right, and important, important. Remember that most T's they're all stop consonants towards the end. So even if it's a final T sound at the end, we typically catch it on the roof of your mouth and not release that T sound. Like cat versus cat. Hat versus hat. Hat. Catch it in the roof of your mouth, right where you would make that alveolar ridge touch. Hat. Hat. Cut. Cut or cut. Get or get. Get. Night. Night. Right. Right. Important. Important. Now let's work on the D's. Dad. The D isn't as aspirated or pushed out as much as the T is, but the D is up there as well because it's the same position movement. Da 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 da. And if it's in the middle, you really are pushing so much air through that you don't even have to touch it in order to sound right. Dad, dad, that's my dad. That's my dad, dad. Okay, dad. Or you're gonna touch the alveolar ridge, one or the other, but try not to push it against your tongue. I'm sorry, against the back of your teeth. It will sound like a TH. Dad, dad. A lot of stress there. So we wanna avoid that stress. So it's dad, dad, dance, dance, dark, dark. Right here, let's see if you can hear the difference between me pushing against alveolar ridge versus projecting that air, okay? Dark, dark versus dark, dark. Day, day versus day, day. How's your day? Dog, dog, pushed any hard against it versus being relaxed. Dog, 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 dog. Can you hear the difference? Dog, dog. How's your dog doing? How's your dog? Desk, desk. Done, done. Direct, direct. The medial, body, body, body. We found a body at the morgue. Today, today, ta, ta. This is a combination with the T and the D. Today. How are you today? Today. Butter. I know this one's spelled with a T, but the pronunciation with a flap T is the T turns into a D to lessen the pronunciation, lessen the sound, and to have it roll off the tongue better. Butter, butter, der, 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 der. Very light touch, if not the air pushing through. Butter. I love butter in my toast. I love butter in my toast. Ladder, ladder. Reading, reading. Under, under. You hear the lightness in that versus under. No tension, der. Under versus under. Under. Window, window. It's almost you're catching and you're releasing lightly because your stress is in the beginning. 80% of the words are stressed at the beginning in a 2-syllable word. Window, under. I like to sit under the window. I like to sit under the window. Sudden, sudden. Here you're really almost doing it as a stop D. Sudden. You're catching the D in the roof of your mouth. Sudden. That was a sudden stop. That was a sudden stop. Middle, middle. That was a sudden stop in the middle of the game. And then the last final D, again, like this is a stop consonant as well, right? Like the T, as long as we don't aspirate or release the sound, we can catch it. So I'm gonna do both so you can hear the difference between both. Bed, bed, or bed. Catch the D. Bed, bed. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Bread, bread, or bread. Bread. I love fresh bread. Hand, hand, hand. Mud, mud. I love playing with mud with my hands. Mud. Excuse me. Divide, divide. If it's at the end of the word or it's at the end of a sentence, typically you can make a little of the D sound, very subtle, to help end it. Or in the middle of a sentence, we kind of just catch it in the roof of our mouth and move on. Let's not make this divide the students. Let's not make this divide the people. Divide, divide, divide. Demand, demand. There's a great demand to divide the country. There's a great demand to divide the country. And the last word is bored, bored. I'm bored today. I'm bored today. I hope that these help, okay? Remember with the T, 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 t. And as you put your tongue up where the alveolar ridge is, project that t, t. Same thing with the p, 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 k, 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 t, t, t. Okay? I hope that helps.